Hi, I'm Jen Weitzel, Managing Consultant at Fund Consulting. Today I'm going to cover some helpful tips for completing the FA application charts. First things first, if you have charts from a previous application, that's always a good place to start. You don't have to start from scratch, and a lot of the information you can build off of from previous applications. For the products and services, all tables except for the application geographic areas table are completed based on your most recent fiscal year end date. Most recent historic fiscal year end. This date will vary based on your fiscal year end date. Please refer to the CDFI Fund's Application Guidance, Table 13, for more information on the historic, current, and projected years required based on your fiscal year end. The application geographic areas table data should be based on your portfolio as of 12/31/2020. For the products and services tables, keep in mind the following. The current products table should match the portfolio outstanding for the most recent historic fiscal year in the financial tables. The geographic areas table, the total in that, should match your portfolio outstanding for the current year in your financial tables. For beneficiary and client data, when providing this data, keep in mind that the client is the direct recipient of your financial product, financial service, or development service. The beneficiary is the end user who's benefiting from your products, services, or development service. So in general, any target market member, low-income person, or underserved person that benefits from a transaction that you have provided at your organization can be counted as a beneficiary. Income, racial and ethnic breakdown, and gender data may be estimated using proxies. CDFI Fund understands that not all this data is collected, and if actual figures aren't available, you can use census data that's linked to your target market. Oftentimes that's what's the data that's most often used. The key staff board and committee tables, what we're going to cover right now. For the key staff table and the board members table, you can include up to 10 staff and 7 board members. And for any staff member that's included in the key staff table, you have to also provide their resumes as a required attachment to the FA application. So make sure that you confirm the staff member that their current position at your CDFI is in their resume, that their resume includes a job title that matches what you have listed in the key staff table in the application, and that their resume also includes details on their actual responsibilities. Including an outdated resume really does put you at a disadvantage. We really want to underscore here the importance of making sure that the resumes that you provide are up to date, contain information about your CDFI, your staff and their role at the CDFI, and can help you. The more up to date the information is, it helps you to garner more points, especially when it comes to the management and track record section. It's important to identify and include staff and board members that are most relevant to your FA objective, the achievement of your strategic goals. For board members, the CDFI Fund also requires that you speak to the board members' accountability to your target market, and that information is included in the board members' description in the FA application tables. Talking about making sure that the staff and the board members are specific to helping you achieve your FA objective and your strategic goals. If you're selecting the FA objective of a new geography, is there a staff member that you can include that will assist with your organization expanding to this new area? Do they have a connection to this new geography? And can you point to that in their description in the key staff table? If you're selecting the FA objective overall increase, what key staff members are going to assist you with achieving your lending projections? So this could include marketing and outreach staff, loan officers, development service staff. It's important to note that you don't necessarily have to just include the staff that are at the top of your organizational chart, and actually doing that will not adequately capture that you have in place the staff and the skill sets necessary to support your FA objective and strategic goals. The compliance evaluation questions are another set of tables and questions that you're required to answer as part of the FA application. The compliance evaluation questions are very similar to what you answer for your annual recertification report that's due every year. So keep that in mind. The purpose of the compliance evaluation questions are to ensure that FA applicants do not have any major internal management or compliance concerns. So it's important that you make sure your responses are accurate and that you include a comprehensive narrative for the compliance evaluation questions when a narrative is required. For the FA objectives table, keep in mind that for whatever objective you select, if you were to receive an FA award, the CDFI fund will not reduce the projections if you receive less of an award amount than you request. And only activities within your CDFI certified target market or within an eligible market can be counted towards your performance goals. So make sure you scale your projections appropriately, knowing that if you're applying for $1 million, you might not receive $1 million, and the CDFI fund will still hold you to the projections that you outline in the FA objectives table and in your financial charts. Now on to the financial tables. In the FA application guidance, Appendix B, application financial data input, the CDFI fund provides very helpful definitions for the financial line items that are entered in the application. Definitely a helpful document to reference if you have questions about what information from your audits should go into the financial charts. They don't always line up exactly, so it's important to make sure you reference the application financial data input appendix in the FA application guidance. For banks and credit unions, the CDFI fund's application materials include a crosswalk to link call reports to the CDFI fund's required fields. An important thing about the financial tables for loan funds is that during the CDFI Fund's Step 2 financial analysis evaluation, while the initial evaluation is done by an automated tool developed by the CDFI Fund called the Application Assessment Tool, because of that, it is important that you review your financial data and AAT calculations to ensure that it's entered correctly and that you're telling an accurate story of your organization's financial performance. Since this financial review step happens so early in the application review process, so you want to make sure that that financial data is correct, because the CDFI fund will be looking at that, and we'll be looking at the AAT ratios to see how your organization stacks up. More details on how the AAT ratios are calculated can be found in the CDFI fund's base Financial Assistance Application Evaluation Process document, which is on the CDFI Fund's website under the FA application materials. I hope you found these tips helpful. For additional tips and guidance from the fund consulting team, please view our other FA videos in this channel, and best of luck with completing your application.